Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone from tarotforhealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is your monthly reading. This is for December and it's for the Geminis. And today I'm going to be using I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, the Handle Tarot. And so I like this deck. I'm becoming more acquainted with it because I bought it recently, and it's kind of assisting me in trying to grasp the fourth system, because these cards sort of operate like under the same system, a similar system. And so yeah, it's been an interesting journey so far. It's still in its early stages, so I'm still sort of like getting the feel of the deck and getting the feel of like you know it's a massive system, like learning the fourth deck, because it connects to like so many different things as well, like astrology and Kabbalah I should say, and yeah, and like the Hebrew letters and all that kind of stuff. It's like it's a lot, but yeah, and this one includes runes as well, which I like runes too. So basically, I'm not gonna be using the playing cards this time around. So I'm just gonna get straight into like the different aspects of your life. So the first card to show up for your finances and your work is the Emperor with the Eon, which is usually judgment in like right away, and the Three of Stones, which is work at the bottom. So what I'm kind of seeing here is the Emperor. To me, do you know what? This could be a situation where the Emperor could be representing a boss to you. Somebody like to me, like these cards are really speaking to somebody that has been waiting on a decision that is being made. So it could be saying that for some of you guys, you might find that you're in a new job in the month of December. It also could be that you're going to be working in a new kind of environment, or the environment that you're in is going to be undergoing some really significant changes. Maybe it's either going to be under new management, or under a new kind of system, a new kind of way that is being run. Like, so they might be going through some kind of transition in terms of like the makeup of the business, or like, you know, when one business is kind of being taken over by like another or something like that. Like it can be something along them lines, but there's some really big changes in terms of your work situation, where you work or how you work, or even the people that you work with. So maybe even some people might be changing, like I don't know if people are being are leaving, or new people are being employed, but I kind of can see where there are different people that you're going to be working around, or working in a really different environment, or an environment that is undergoing some really big changes. And I think that these changes are almost it's like big change, like in the structure of things, the way things are run, the way that they're organized, or the system that you work with is different. But I think that whatever changes are coming in is sort of this feeling that it's supposed to be for the good. And with this, you know, next card being work, I don't feel like the changes are necessarily bad changes. I think that it's just going to be you having to adapt more than anything. But because maybe it was a system that was obsolete, like maybe it was a system like you were doing things that was like really sort of like, you know, that could have done with a change basically. So yes, either way, it's not bad. They're good cards for work and finances, because it could be bringing a new stream of money as well, like, or you're earning money in a different way, or even doing some kind of contract work, or working alongside other people. And for some of you guys, it could even be an opportunity to use maybe a talent or a gift that you have in terms of your work, or incorporating it into the work that you do. So for those of you that are in relationships, you have the Two of Stones, and you have the Four of Stones, and you have Ra, which is the King of Swords. And so, mm, two stones cards. So it could be saying that I think it could be a situation where you are wanting to keep a relationship going with a person, and it's almost like, because maybe there's definitely like history between you and this other person, and but for some reason you're trying to make up your mind as to whether or somebody's trying to make up their mind as to whether they should hold on to it. It could be that, or it could even be that maybe there's another person that is in the picture as well sometimes when this card shows up. So it could be another person that's in the picture, or you just thinking, should I stay with this person, should I, like, should we not, like, what's the situation with this person, or should we take things to the next level, or whatever else. And then with this card, the Four of Stones in the middle, is kind of saying like, yeah, you want to hold on to this situation, you like the stability, you like how things are going, but the only problem is that sometimes with these cards it can mean that the relationship is getting a bit stale as well. Like, you may be wanting to like hold on to just the way things were, and but then at the same time it's like, well, what progress are you making if you're just holding on to the way things were? Like, after a while it kind of gets old, you know. So you kind of be careful of like that kind of situation, of a relationship getting old, because I kind of feel like whoever you're with, or maybe in your mind you might be thinking that, you know what, we need to spice this up a bit. And spicing it up for some people can mean, you know, stepping out, or it can also mean, you know, that the person just lets you know that, you know what, we have to kind of do something a bit different, you know, have a new approach to this relationship or the way we're going to be doing things. And so the King of Swords could be representing that other person, as well as the King of Swords could also be representing you as well. Because you are an air sign, and the King of Swords would represent an air sign person. But they're an air sign person that is trying to take, you know, action in a situation. They're an air sign person that is trying to, that is really thinking, really in their mind about this relationship and how it's going. So what I would say is, just make sure that things are going in a positive direction, because I'm just kind of feeling like there's nothing in these cards that are really speaking of um that are really speaking of like having something to keep this momentum in a relationship. Yeah, you have the stability and that's all well and good, but I'm kind of feeling like there's no cup cards to really give it that kind of, okay, we have this deep emotional connection. There's no one's cards to say that it's sort of bringing in some kind of passion or anything like that. But it's like both cards are kind of feeling a bit stifled energy, in my opinion. So it could just be saying that something kind of needs to sort of bring in sort of a new breath of fresh air into this into this relationship. Or I kind of get the impression that somebody may just be getting bored. So for those of you that are single, you have the really good cards, the single people, because you have the Ten of Cups, and you have the Star, and you have the Six of Stones, which is giving and receiving, mutual understanding. The 10 is like the love, the care, the affection, the emotions. The Star brings around something that is hopeful, destined, that's blessed to happen, having faith in a good circumstance or good things coming forward, or wishes coming true for you, of help and support and love from somebody else. So I kind of feel that, you know what, even though like the relationship cards compared to those that are single are very different, this message could also be applying to those of you that are in relationships as well, because I almost feel like this is what those of you in relationships are needing. That's kind of what is lacking, because where the Six of Stones is sort of the card that it talks about mutual understanding, support of other people and other people's generosity, this card is more about, can represent a bit of a selfish energy and thinking more about yourself. You know, which kind of can keep things stifled as well, not letting people in as much as maybe you should as well. So sometimes it, you know, it could also be saying that this is kind of what those of you that are in relationships are really needing, you're needing those emotions to come back, that love, that excitement, that feeling of closeness to be revived. And the star card, again bringing that hope, that but also it brings hope, but it also brings healing as well. So it can bring about those emotions again, that love again, that connection again, because of healing away things that just are not so good, and just keeping what is needed to really make this situation more loving and more gentle. And then the Six of Stones is kind of saying, okay, we're going to bring together, we're going to help each other, we're going to bring the harmony back into a relationship, because it's sort of under the six number. So, and that's what six is about. It's about harmony and healing, understanding, and I think that's kind of what is needing to come about here. And you have a lot of sort of this kind of emotional energy with these cards as well. So with the star card being in the middle, if you've been hoping for a relationship or anything like that, or just hoping for or wishing for support of other people, it can be coming to you this month as well. Especially family members that are around you too, could be showing you a lot of love, and there's a lot of that kind of exchange going on between the two of you, or you and a group of people, mainly family. But then your spiritual cards, you have oppression with the 10 of Wands. Then you have the Chariot. The Chariot has been stalking a lot of readings, and always showing up in the middle of like the spirituality cards, which is really weird, because all the other cards are different, but the Chariot shows up again like in the middle in spirituality. And the Ace of Cups as well. The 10 of Wands is kind of saying, don't take on too much, especially at this time of the year, because it's easy to take on a lot of stuff, being that it's Christmas, taking on a lot of responsibilities and duties. It could be that you're running around doing a lot of last minute Christmas stuff, which can mean that there's a lot that you're taking on. Also, because it's Christmas, it means that people are taking like holiday breaks as well. So you might feel like you have to do a lot of work in your actual job before actually taking before you actually have your break and stuff like that as well, and have that time off for Christmas. So the 10 of Wands could be saying that you might be burdened with a lot of duties and responsibilities and stuff like that. But the Chariot is saying that you're determined to get through it. So I think that things will actually turn out really well. And if you have a lot on your plate, I think that you'll be getting through it, and you'll just be trying to make sure everything gets done. The Ace of Cups is saying that even though I think that you're going to be burdened, it's going to be like a labor of love for you. Like, it's almost like you're doing it because there is something in it emotionally that you feel. Maybe you're looking for that, like you're going to get this sense of emotional gratification, or maybe it's a fact of you're helping other people. Like, maybe the burden is coming through you helping others, but then obviously helping others feels good to you because you're being of assistance. So it could be that as well. Or again, I feel like these cards also can speak of the hassle of going to see loved ones as well, going to visit loved ones. Like maybe if you're going abroad, or going to another part of the country or something like that, to be with your family and stuff. So it might be a hassle, like the journey getting there, but then it's like once you're there, it's all good because you're around people that you love and that love you. So yes, peace and many blessings to you guys. I'll see you. Bye.